to unpack, isn't it? Criminal justice. Criminal justice is a very complicated topic. And I think maybe the best way to think about criminal justice is to look at the criminal justice systems of different countries and have a think about which country's criminal justice system you like the best. Which one, which country would you like to live in with respect to the crime in that country? So take, for example, America. Maybe you take a European country like the UK, and then maybe you take a country like Singapore or Norway or Russia. I don't know. I don't know much about the criminal justice system in Norway or Russia, but I know quite a lot about the criminal justice system in America and in the UK and in Singapore. And out of all of those, I would prefer the criminal justice system of Singapore. Now, Singapore is very, very authoritarian. They are very harsh on crime. They still have the death penalty. I will say I don't support the death penalty. But there is something to be said for the fact that Singapore actually won the law. They actually won the war on drugs. Drug crime is basically non-existent in Singapore because of how harsh they are on it. Play this. See. I can't get the horrors down, which is a bit irritating. Could just play the Geode. Could play a Trolley Problem and discard a Crescendo. I think it's Trolley Problem. Anyway, you think about the criminal justice systems that you know in chat, and just think about which one produces the results that you like the most. Which country would you feel the safest in? Which one would you like to live in the most? I think that's a better way of thinking about it because it's such a complicated problem. There's so many different things to think about. Oh, God, what am I doing here? Probably just this and tap and play some 4/4s. Better to play this one, right? Tempo. Germany and Austria. See, Dan likes his country. I think that's good. I think if you like the country you live in, that's a really good thing. If you like the country you live in, you're probably going to be happy. Oh, wow. He's gone very low. He's going back up to 15 now, I guess. Yeah. Right, so... I could just put him straight back to 2. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's put him straight back to 2. And then do I trade? I don't think I do trade, honestly. Maybe it would have made a Ziliax worse, potentially. That might have been a reason to trade. But now he can't tap. There's a lot of cards he simply can't play because he's on 2. I will say out of all of the countries that I mentioned, I think the country I would like to live in the least is the USA. I think the USA I think the USA has some problematic cultures. Let's put it like that. Um, like their gun culture in particular. I would feel very unsafe living in America because of the gun culture. Yeah, he died. Nice. Because like I'm a pacifist. I would never own a gun. Like even if I lived in America, I would never own a gun because I would never use it. And so I feel that putting guns in the hands of civilians just makes me less safe. And like all of the data backs that view up. Like I'm objectively correct on that. You might you might think that you're wrong, or you might rather live in an objectively less safe country. But when I say that America is less safe because of their guns, I am objectively correct about that. I would own a gun if it was to protect my son. No, I wouldn't. Honestly, owning a gun puts your children more at risk because what's more likely to happen? Is it more likely that somebody is going to break into your house and kill you or your family, or is it more likely that your young son is going to find your firearm and discharge it and hurt themselves? I think the latter is more likely, right? Like, haven't there been loads of instances in the US where, like, kids have found firearms and, like, injured themselves? Hmm. This isn't going to make the... No, I just play the horror. It's fine. I'm in a pretty good spot here. Order was maybe not the best, but... and I don't really want to take the damage here, so I'm going to take some of the stats off on my opponent's side of the board. Statistically, if you have a gun in the house, you're 4 times more likely to have someone shot in that household. There you go. That's really telling, isn't it? I didn't even know that data, but now it's been typed in the chat. Right, I'm going to take a lot of damage from this hero power, which is a problem. I think I have to continue drawing though, so I'm going to go down to 8 hit points, and then I'm probably just going to die after that.
We've created a temporal anomaly. Fragile minds. Fragile minds. Computing.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. Like, literally all this guy has to do is click his hero power button, and then I need to draw healing or I lose. Like, maybe I should have just played the trolley problem last turn. And not taking the extra damage. I don't know. Oh! I'm so good at Hearthstone today. Oh my goodness. Are you guys seeing this? This is sensational. Oh my goodness. Meatman King. Anyway, the UK isn't perfect, but what I will say is I feel safe in the UK. There have been times where I have felt a little bit unsafe in the UK, but generally I feel pretty safe. Oh, he killed my board. I guess I just make it again. And just don't go too low on hit points, right? Yeah. Don't want to just randomly die. Most places in the UK are safe. I think even in the big cities, I think most areas of the big cities are safe. There are just there are some unsafe areas within the big cities, right? Which is probably true about America as well, even with the guns.